Welcome. It is day 34 of our 40 daily 10-minute places of pause. So glad you're here. And in a moment, we're going to be talking about and exploring this notion of how compelling belonging is. Both that we belong and claiming that we belong to each other. And I think it's the sort of thing that will change us today. It will change how we engage, how we respond to the good news, the bad news, and see our part in it. But before we get to that, we're just going to take a beat, take a breath, take a moment to be still. Because I believe with everything in me that the more we move into the world, I might get snowed on here. The more we move into the world with bringing our gifts, being of service into places of pain and tragedy and a just great struggle, we have to be fueled by these places of being still, of finding stillness, of finding calm in the storm. So, breathe in, take in the sounds of whatever is around you, whoever is around you, and perhaps close your eyes, play with a soft smile coming to your lips, even if you don't feel like smiling, especially if you don't feel like smiling. And just check in. How are you doing? What's the state of your heart, your feelings, your mind? Is it a flutter? Is it worried? Are you at peace? How's your body? How's your health? How's your rest? Practice asking for what you need. Reaching out and sharing what you need with someone you trust. Intending, hoping, praying for what you need. And just a quick beat to do that same thing with and for someone you love who is in need of something this morning. Health, peace, security, food. Send that blessing to them, and if there's a way you can be a part of meeting that need, consider if that's your thing to do. And again, someone far away that you've heard a story about in the news, that you've read a story about, just be in a place of companionship, of love, of saying, you matter to me. We belong to each other. And send a blessing and prayer their way. Keep breathing. Keep being present, being still, as we dive into this idea of belonging is compelling. Today, here and now, consider that you have a part. You are destined to play a part in the world. And you have a vital part. Move beyond your comfort zone. Fall in love more and more with your mighty human family of sisters and brothers. I believe this connection with people you call your own changes things, and it will change you. It will open the door for you to unleash more of who you are. It will fan the flame of your one-of-a-kind purpose on the planet. Perhaps you too, I've been with you, have been overwhelmed in the past by the many causes, the many issues that come your way. Maybe in a non-stop flood of needs or in a burdensome message that you should do more for others. You may have been burned out with your attempts to respond to such issues in the past. but what I'm talking about here is different. The world's challenges, problems, epidemics, and systems of injustice, and yes, this coronavirus pandemic, they are not so much about issues. These issues are really about people. When what you do becomes more focused on who instead of what, people instead of issues, things change in a big way. At the heart of these issues, so often spoken about in the news and in conversation with people, are people. Mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, brothers, sisters. They are people with flesh, with legs, arms, eyes, eyelashes, fingernails. They are people with laughter and longing, dreams and desires. The purpose and power of this way of seeing one another is that it forges a compelling connection that changes your thinking and actions alike. We become bound by belonging. The boundaries of this belonging are limitless, stable, and connected. This belonging exists between and within countries, races, classes, genders, castes, and on and on. It transforms your thinking and your actions with those nearest and furthest, most similar and most different. I believe as a global human family, this is our moment to stop seeing each other as separate, as other, as strangers. This is our moment to stop looking away. This is our moment to stop waiting for someone else to do something. This is our moment to stop wishing for someone whom we deem more capable, more wealthy, someone who seems to have more time, on and on, to step up and do something. Our brothers, our sisters, our family around the world need us more than ever today, and we need them. Many face unimaginable struggle and they feel alone. This is our moment to wake up and light it up. I'm going to read a quote by one of my heroes, William Wilberforce, who was a slave trade abolitionist, and he says this: "If to be feelingly alive to the sufferings of my fellow creatures is to be a fanatic, I am one of the most incurable fanatics ever permitted to be at large." May we all be such a fanatic. My friend, today may you discover more of who you are and what matters most to you. May you witness with wonder what grows when you plant your little or big seeds along your unstoppable tribe. You were made for this. Our threefold place of pause. First, be still, surrender. Imagine the perfectly contented feeling at the end of a great meal. Close your eyes. Be there. Good food, good drink. Life is good here. Cultivate that feeling right here, right now. Be at peace. Be at rest. Be filled. Be content. Just be. Second, ponder. Go deeper. Have you had an experience of meeting a person who deeply impacted and shifted the way you saw an issue? If not, imagine how that might change the way it feels to learn about an issue by sitting with someone impacted by that problem or issue over a cup of tea in your home? Where and when have you had the experience of personally connecting with a person who at a glance appeared unlike you, but with whom you shared a moment of not so otherness and maybe of connection? When have you bumped up against or cultivated interconnection with those most vulnerable, struggling, silenced, or marginalized? If you've had an experience of either, ponder, write about, go for a walk about it, explore. Did it feel comfortable, uncomfortable? What did you learn? Are there any bits and pieces you want to draw into your everyday life more or less now to fuel that? Third, engage, commit, a nudge. Today, take one issue that you are intrigued by or care about and make one personal connection around this cause today. Think outside the box. For example, if you care about human trafficking and have a gift to buy for a loved one, reach out to a company that sells items made by people freed from human trafficking. Buy a gift and support this cause that you are intrigued by. Or fish around a bit to see if there are ways you can further support an organization through spreading the word about what they're up to on social media. Maybe volunteer. Call them and make a real personal connection. Share something from this place of pause, this pop, with someone you trust. What's percolating? What are you scared of? What are you excited about? Fan the flame. Don't go it alone. As you go about your day today, may you go knowing that you are loved, knowing that you belong, claiming that we belong to each other. As you are more and more compelled by belonging, may you stand tall and light up the world, and may we do it together. Peace. I love you.